Welcome back. Parents all over the United States are raising autistic children. Our CNN affiliate has more on the condition.
1 out of 150 kids may be diagnosed with some form of autism. No doubt the numbers are staggering. But I still have this lingering question. Is autism an epidemic?
Is it becoming more common? We need more information over time to say that. We should just agree that it's way more common than we ever thought it was. It needs to be experienced as an urgent health threat.
Not an epidemic, but an urgent health threat. As the urgency mounts, so does the misinformation. One perception, autism is solely caused by environmental factors like vaccines. Are we ready to say right now, as things stand, that childhood vaccines do not cause autism?
There have been at least 15 very good scientific studies on the Institute of Medicine who have searched this out, and they have concluded that there really is no association between vaccines and autism.
So what do we know about the cause? Right now, all signs point to genetics.
There's a stronger genetic predisposition for autism than any other neuropsychiatric disorder.
But something in the environment can actually trigger it in some cases.
You memorize the whole book?
No.
You start from the beginning?
Yeah.
How far did you get?
G.
Dustin Hoffman's character in the 1998 movie Rain Man had extraordinary mathematical and memory skills. So another perception, every person with autism has savant abilities.
When you have a skill in autism, typically you have one skill. Maybe 10% of people with autism who have one of these unusual abilities.
So much in the world of autism is unusual, even controversial, but researchers and patients agree that for now, there are still more questions than answers. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN, reporting.
Thank you for that report. A Saudi Arabian woman is struggling to divorce her abusive husband. Nick Robertson has more.
Witnesses who backed her story. Her husband denied the allegations, telling us he hit her only once, then apologized. Still, she got little sympathy in court.
If the man wants divorce the woman, very easy. If the woman wants divorce, very difficult.
The judge said, you took care of your wife for 15 years. Now it's her turn to pay you back.
Effectively, the judge forced her to buy her own freedom.
Now, after 15 years, you ask for divorce?
This is what the judge said?
Yes. How come you want divorce? You pay him. You said like that, you pay him.
Amal Banton's abuse isn't an isolated case. Some victims come to shelters like this. Its location is a secret, so the women and children here can't be found by their violent husbands. Women travel hundreds of miles to get to this refuge. No one knows how many victims there are.
We don't have national registry.
Dr. Raboui runs this volunteer protection centre. It's the first of its kind, is new, and recently began to get government backing and even some modest funding.
Because it was the first shelter in the kingdom, and this is the first society of the kingdom, and they agree and they give really full support that we make this as a model.
They have a website to reach out to victims, help coordinate community services, but most significantly are trying to educate judges to be more sympathetic to women, often too afraid to talk in court.
They meet her in front of the abuser. Maybe she always covered, she's shy, she cannot express herself.
Maha Tahir is an activist for women's rights. She says the system is failing women. They have rights, but no one tells them.
These rights are not favored given to them by the judges or by the men. These are their rights by Islam.
Such support is what Amal Banton wants. She goes to court soon for falling behind in her payments to her former husband. Nick Robertson, CNN, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
And it looks like Eudora is over at the weather station with our weather update. Eudora? I'm Eudora Lindy with a look at your local weather. Today's conditions were rainy with a high of 52. Tonight the rain will continue on with a low of 40. Friday, the rain will also continue with a high of 56 and a low of 42. With a look at your weekend, Saturday will bring a chance of showers with a high of 59 and a low of 38, And Sunday will completely clear out and be sunny with a high of 60 and a low of 38. With a look at your extended forecast, Monday will be partly sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 38. And Tuesday will also be partly sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 38. I know it's been a rainy past couple of days, Shippensburg, but hang in there. You'll be able to put away your umbrellas soon enough. For SUTV News, I'm Eudora Lindy. Have a great night.
Well, thank goodness the rain finally moved out of our area.
I know. Well, it's time for another break, but before we go, here is what's going on in your community.